So Disney has made another live-action version of one of their classic animated features, and like many of the other live-action versions of Disney classics, there's really not much to this one.
To grow up might just be the biggest adventure of all.
So I will say right from the beginning, this is not one of those Disney live-action films that was so bad that I just can't imagine that I ever watched it in the first place, something like Alice Through the Looking Glass. But it's just also one that it's not really good in any way either. There's nothing here that I particularly enjoyed. None of the characters really stood out to me. Captain Hook maybe being the one exception. I did kind of like the portrayal that they gave through him for Jude Law, but I didn't particularly love that either. And visually, I mean, it looks fine visually, but it didn't really look like anything unique or like anything really that I thought was all that impressive. And so I just didn't care for that. They do change up the story a little bit from the original animated version, which I wasn't particularly fond of while I was watching because they do cut out some things that I enjoyed quite a bit. But at the same time, when it got to the end credits, I realized that they based it off of the original animated version as well as a Peter Pan book that I know nothing about, and so it could very well be accurate to that, and I just don't know. But the story just it didn't really appeal to me. I won't go into any spoilers, but the Disney has a tendency to do some things with their villains in these live action versions that just kind of bugs me. And they do the same thing with Captain Hook. We get a lot of more to his backstory and a lot more understanding about why he's doing the things that he does. And his progression is very different from what you get in the original animated version. And so I wasn't really a big fan of that. I wasn't really a big fan of just the way that the characters interacted with each other in this one. And really just a lot of the characters don't have much to do. You know, we have all of the Lost Boys and Lost Girls in this version. None of them really play a significant role. You have John, you have Michael, neither of them really play a significant role. There's just really not a lot to it. They include some parts of the original version that were nice. I'd say my favorite part of this film is probably when the crocodile actually comes out. He's not in this film a lot, but he does make an appearance in one scene. And I liked that part. It was kind of fun. It was it just kind of had a feel to it that I liked. The crocodile was a little weird. It was big, it was kind of creepy, that was cool, but it was also kind of goofy looking because it was still going for some of that animated look while also trying to mix it with the live action look. And it was just kind of weird. So I can't recommend this one. I think that some people will enjoy it. There were some fun things that they did. For instance, one of the Lost Boys has Down syndrome. And again, he's not in this movie a ton. But when they do feature Lost Boys, he does have a prominent part amongst them, and he does have several lines in the film, and so I thought that was kind of cool. But it's nothing compared to the original version. It's nothing compared to the classic animated, and so for that reason, I just don't think it's worth checking out. I'm going to go ahead and give this one a C minus.
Are you Peter Pan?
Were you expecting someone else?
But anyways, guys, Peter Pan and Wendy is out on Disney Plus now. Have you had the opportunity to see it? These were just my quick thoughts on it. I didn't particularly love it, but maybe you're different. Let us know down in the comments what you thought. And always, if you liked this video, please be sure to like and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next one.